Welcome back to another episode on Let's Talk Football Careers with myself, Barry, and today's guest, Michael Svensson. How you doing, Michael?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Barry. Thank you for having me on the show.
No, thanks for joining us. So, as I do, I've got a summary here. I believe you represented your local team, Varnamo. You played with Halmstad back home. You then were at Troyes and Southampton. And you've had 25 caps for Sweden. You won the league with Halmstad, and you were an FA Cup runner-up in 2003. Does that sound all right?
That sounds all right, yeah.
Perfect. It's good when it's written down like that. You hear it all together, eh?
Perfect.
But no, so from your youth career, I mean, you were born in Varnamo, but where did your football start then?
Well, it started not far from Värnamo. It's a small town between Värnamo and Jönköping called, not a town, a village called Skillingaryd. It's about 5,000 citizens. So, but I grew up there with my friends, and sports was obviously a main thing. You know, I did loads of different kind of sports. You know, I did cross country skiing in the winter. Running in the summer and even also in the winter, but also we had quite a lot of snow there in the winter these days. Not these days, obviously, but so a lot of sports. I did badminton and did drive some motocross as well, and also I did some football. I was not that good in football, but in the end I got quite good at it.
So were you always a defender, or did you work your way back, or how did it go?
Well, when I was, I got a picture sent to me not long ago. Me being a goalkeeper when I was about, I think, 8 years old.
Yeah.
Apparently, I wasn't good enough, so they put me in goal, and I don't know why, but that's obviously I didn't mind. I like to be a goalkeeper. You know, I did one step out in the field to be a defender, so not far from being goalkeeper.
That's good. And who was your football hero? Who did you sort of look up to as a?
I didn't have any really hero, like a role model in football. I did have some old Swedish motocross driver who was more like my hero, and I like to follow him more than football. So I have to say him. His name was Hakan Karlqvist.
Right.
And he was a motocross driver. My father did motocross as well, so that's why I end up doing that quite a lot. So
excellent. So football was new to your family then, as well as it was to yourself, yeah?
Pardon, say again?
Football was very new as a professional career for you and your family as well. No,
yeah, very much so. My brother, he's 3 years older than me. He was the one that they thought is going to make it to a higher level. So he played like fourth tier in Sweden long before me. But I remember my granddad said to my family, but hang on, wait for Michael. I think he's going to be better than my brother. So he was obviously right about that. So
yeah, it's amazing. It just shows. I believe you were at Varnamo for 3 years. You were picked up there, and that was your hometown team, and you played over 100 games as well, over there.
Yeah, well, I moved to Värnamo. It's only like 30 kilometers south from where I grew up. I started doing my carpentry school there as well. At the same time, I started playing for Värnamo, and they were like in the fourth division at that time. So I was 17 years old when I started playing for them. So it was a good time for me, and I had a really, quick progress in developing at that time as well. I grew a lot, and so that was a good few years with Värnamo.
Over at your time at Halmstad as well, you won the league there, played over 85 games, and that was in a 3-year period as well. You made your Sweden debut within that 3-year period as well. It was quite a trajectory, yeah?
Yeah, it was gone really quickly. My first training with Halmstad, I ruptured my crucial ligament as well. So I did from between 97 and 98. I didn't play any games, so I did my rehab. So I missed. So that's. But after that, in 98, I managed to get back to fitness and start playing regularly for Halmstad. And then, like you said, only like a year after, I did my first cap for Sweden. So that was really, really quick.
How did
progress.
How did that feel?
Yeah, I end up and had very lucky. I ended up in a very good team and an environment that helped me develop very, very quickly, and I had good players around me. Like, it's very important, and obviously a lot of experience as well. That make sure you were in good hands as well.
Yeah. How did it feel making your Sweden debut?
Was quite surreal, really. We were up in Stockholm and playing Hammarby away, I think it was, and then our coach came up to me and said, "Tomorrow you're going back down to Malmö to meet up with the national team." And I was like, "What?" So I was quite nervous about that. But the day after, I end up start training with the national team with big players that I looked up to, obviously. A few years earlier, 94, many of them were playing in the World Cup and got a third position in the World Cup in America. So that was
that was a year. I'm sure that was around about the time that Jonas Tern was there as well. Jonas Tern was around about that time.
That's right. Jonas was also grown up in Värnamo, where I used to play.
There we are. Yeah. There we are. It just shows it. But I mean, from there again, you moved on to Troyes. You moved into League One. You spent one full season here. How did that move come about then? I mean, was that something you made aware quite quick after your Sweden debut? Or?
Yeah, it was. A few clubs, was quite interested in signing me, but at the same time, we qualified for Champions League with Halmstad because we won the league 2000. So we were in the middle of playing Europe, and then we missed out on qualifying for the group stage. So at that time, Troyes, the French club, came in for me and wanted to sign me straight away. So that's a rare thing if you compare today with amount of scouts and agents that's between the players. I remember the coach for Troyes, he flew to Stockholm to see me over a cup of coffee.
Come out and meet you. So different.
Yeah, so that's you don't see that today, I think. So that was very important for me, obviously, that he wanted me. So so I signed for that.
Yeah, when you spent a year there, and you were, and I've written in here, was in 2002 World Cup squad, but never made an appearance. But you're still there at the World Cup and experienced all that. Is that right, or did you miss the original squad?
No, I was there. I was in the squad, but didn't play anything. But that's we had a really good tournament. I think England was in the same group as us. England, Argentina, Nigeria, and Sweden, and we won the group. They called us the toughest group, and Svensson was obviously playing and did really well for Sweden. So at that time we spoke quite a lot, me and Anders, and at that time Southampton came in and showed interest in me, obviously.
Yeah, and that move came about. Yeah, I mean, some of my previous guests that I've interviewed, I'll be ex-teammates of yourself. Spoke to James Beattie, senior assistant. I've seen him scoring, and a senior assistant in the same game. Brett Ormerod, you remember working alongside and playing alongside Brett? Brett was brilliant on the podcast. What a character! I've got Matt Letizia as well.
Unfortunately, I didn't.
The year after,
I'm losing your sound a little bit, Barry.
Yeah, there. Is everything okay? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Yeah,
that's better now.
But I was saying, as well, you played the season prior to you joining, but Matt Letizia, he was on my show as well. He had a great chat, Matt Letizia,
Oh, fantastic! What a career and what a character, and I mean, what he's done for Southampton and obviously the football club, it's amazing. So I was really, I met him a few times, and he's just such a nice person, and it's great to have him around the club. He was always around there if he didn't play. So
iconic, And then your centre-back partner, Kos Lundekvam, had him on the podcast as well. What a guy he was! What a story he has as well.
Also a legend. Like I said before, when I came to Halmstad, I had a lot of experienced play and around me. And the same thing when I came to Southampton. I had some great character and nice people and persons around us that make it a lot easier for us to adapt to the English football.
Yeah, of course. Because when you moved to Southampton, you were in amongst it all, but you just mentioned your partnership there with Lundekvam, but how did you find that step up to the Premier League? The Premier League was at its height back then as well, eh?
Yeah, it was. I can tell you, it was a big difference from the French football. Well, English football you compare to Sweden, quite a, the similar style and physical sides, and I think the French football suited me very well where I was in that stage, because when you come down there, it was quite. We played man marking, so after man mark, for example, like Ronaldinho in Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah. So that was a big challenge. But then you came to England, it's more back to physical and a lot of crosses and stuff like that. So, but I think I did quite good, as I said before, as well, with a lot of good experienced player around us that he taught me quite a lot in a short time.
And the dressing room as well, that dressing room, through that came through at your time and was there till you left. There was like 3 or 4 players all went on to get a testimonial. It's unheard of now, but there was like so many players went through that and stayed there. They had the chance to leave, but they wouldn't.
Yeah, you don't see that today, do you?
No, it's changed times. No. Who was that? Can I ask who nicknamed you Killer? Who was that gave you the nickname Killer?
Well, I think it started in Sweden actually, and I think I'm not sure who it was, but I think it was my style of training. It was. For me, it's normal. You train how you play. Obviously, you play how you train. So it's how you go about really. And yeah.
And a lot of that's missing nowadays. You see that these football players, all as good as they are, they're all modelled into the perfect professional now, and it's kind of took that rawness away a wee bit. That was in it when it was in your time, obviously as well.
Yeah, it changed. It's today they're measuring everything, don't they?
Yeah.
In training, they're measuring every step they take, and I'm not sure if that's the right way to go about it. So, but that's how it is today.
The game's moved on, yeah. Can I recall back to when I've discussed 2-1 versus Liverpool at Anfield? It was the same game that Lundekvam assisted Brett Ormerod, and then you scored the headed winner. I seen. Can you take your back to there? Can you remember it? How did that feel?
Well, I think I said before, I don't really remember anything from games that you played, but obviously I've seen the goal on the clip. So it's obviously, as I said, always like a great delivery from Jason Dodd. His silky right foot, and so just me to put my head on the ball and go into the net. So, but as I said, we at that time, we had a fantastic team and great team effort, and going up to Anfield and to beat them was a massive achievement.
Yeah. We went about the same time. There was also, you scored the last goal against Peter Schmeichel, and it was also the last goal at Main Road, I believe, as well.
Yeah, that was a big ruin of the party up at Main Road. So, and we end up, I think, 8th in the league. So we did jump from 12th position up to the 8th by winning away to them. So that was the last game of that season, and so that was very, very nice memory as well.
Always good scoring against the Dane as well, isn't it? Speaking of that, with the Scotland connection here, I think Scotland done a good turn as well for. The way Sweden's campaign went for the World Cup, but we didn't let Denmark get there, so that kind of evened out a wee bit, I think.
It did, yeah. But Sweden are rubbish these days. They still have a chance. So I'm not sure if they're going to make it, but hopefully.
But you can support Scotland in the World Cup. You have to have a few tins.
I think I will.
Yeah. There'll be some part. It's good because there's a generation of people in Scotland that have never actually experienced the World Cup, and to live through that and enjoy it and have that element of hope. It's brilliant to look forward to.
Yeah. it will be a good tournament in America, I think.
Yeah, looking for it too. So the FA Cup as well. Discuss FA Cup run and final. Were you playing through that season? Because I was looking here. You were playing in that season as well, weren't you? It was the next season that you picked up your injury. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I played the 2002 and 3 season, and then started the 04, 05, 03, 04 season, and then I got injured in 2004.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But can you recall the cup run and going into, it was a Millennium Stadium, I believe, in Southampton.
Yeah.
In yellow. All the fans were in yellow.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. That's like I said, I don't remember, but that's one thing that I remember running out to the warm-up. I think I said it before as well, because all our fans was there at the warm-up, and you couldn't see any Arsenal supporter inside the stadium at that time. So that was a fantastic, feeling and running out. And still, I'm really upset about still that we didn't manage to win that game. So, but that's how it is.
Yeah, but you finished 7th as well. I mean, that was Southampton's sort of highest finish in years. It was 6th or 7th, am I right in saying it?
Yeah, I think 8th.
Sorry.
So that was a fantastic season, but that would be icing on the cake if we would have won the FA Cup final, obviously. But
to experience it.
Yeah. But the semi-final as well is a good memory, playing up at Villa Park against Watford.
Yeah.
Where we won that game, so obviously. But,
it was better memories, but just being able to know that the next stage was then going to the final, and brilliant memories, But it was like you had 3 seasons really where, I mean, everybody knows how it kind of went, but you were out for injury for a season, and then you returned for a few games, and you kind of broke down again with injury, and then you were out the full season. I mean, how frustrating must that be when you've reached that pinnacle,
Yeah, well, it was obviously very frustrating not playing football, but at the same time, as my son Lucas was born, I think 3 days before I got injured. So you can see always different kind of priorities and focus, and that's
happened for a reason there.
Yeah. Obviously, I've always had a good support from my family and my girlfriend Teresa, and but you want to play football, obviously, and not allowed to do that. And I had a really serious injury, obviously, that could take quite a while. And I did my best to get back, and unfortunately, I couldn't really get back 100%.
You announced your retirement 7 years today since you joined Southampton. That was the start I found. Is that right?
Yeah, that should be probably correct. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, and that was 2009. But can I just ask, was Gordon Strachan the best manager you ever worked with, or was there other managers you'd like to mention?
Yeah, I think he squeezed the best out of the squad and the players he had. He find a way to win games. Obviously, that's the most important thing, and he made sure we. Like I think, obviously, and the other players you interviewed, he made sure we were fit. My first experience of Scotland was a pre-season tour up in St Andrews, running, no football for a week, so was quite enjoyable. A bit sore legs after that though, but he made sure we were fit and find a way to like I said, to get the best out of all the players. And
a lot of them said that he drummed it into you that you might not be, the best technical players, but physically, if you can get on that little edge, with fitness as well, he says that'll carry you through to wins. It'll take you places that you probably wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's the foundation of football, isn't it? So, yeah.
Yeah. So, who was your toughest opponents then? I mean, individual players. Who did you find it quite, really challenging with?
I think Alan Shearer and Thierry Henry was always difficult to play against. They have obviously different physical aspects. With Henry with his pace and finishing, and Shearer with his just so strong, and if you leave him 1 inch, he will use it and score goals, and at the same time, it's very humbled to play against them as well. These days, it's very, nice memories at the same time.
It takes you back. And what about favourite away ground? I say favourite, but what was the most away ground that you really enjoyed? You enjoy Anfield, obviously, but
exactly. That's what I enjoy the game, the grounds that we win games on. I think we did play well up in Everton away. Leeds, I think we won against Leeds away.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that game.
3-1 or 4-1.
Yeah, something like that. It was a fantastic game. I think James Milner made his debut to that game.
Back then,
he's still playing. So.
I know, it's crazy. It's absolutely mental. He's still hoping for a World Cup. Maybe call up. We'll see what it goes there. But no, it's great just to run through. And like I said, you went back to Halmstad. You effectively finished your career there because you did make the appearance there when you came back.
Yeah, I did. And actually, I have to say, it felt quite okay. And I had like a few years where my knee was obviously recovering a bit, and then the board of Halmstad, they wanted a meeting, and I knew exactly what it was going to ask me. And stupid as I am, I said yes, obviously, and I started training. And I said, well, give me 4 months, I'll be back. It took, I think it took the double to get back. And after that, I felt quite okay, and I played quite a few games in the top league and obviously the second league as well. So, but I finished by playing, not because of injuries. So
it's good to be able to go full circle though and start, finish where it all started. So, what you doing with yourself now? Are you coaching, you do media work, or what's the setup?
I've been doing coaching for up to 2024. 2024. So that was my last season coaching. So I've been coaching a team for like a lower league, fourth division. Not professional. So I've been doing coaching for Halmstad as well for a couple of years in the academy. But now this is my first year without any football for many years. So I'm having a 9-to-5 work and as a salesman, and I really enjoy that, and enjoying the weekends.
Yeah. So what you selling then?
I'm selling like instruments for wastewater treatment. So it's a bit,
you got a website on that as well.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll get the website off you and I'll put that link below you when we're talking about
it. That's great.
Yeah, that's no problem. So, could I just ask, just before we round up then, could you name the best 10 other players, because you're one of them, that you played alongside? If you were to put a team with you in it, starting with a 4-4-2 formation.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's a difficult one.
Puts you on the spot.
Goalkeeper. I have to say Antti Niemi. Still speak to him occasionally. We went we didn't know this, but I went to the playoff final, and then like half an hour before the game, one blonde guy and his son came and sat just in front of us, and it was Antti. I didn't know, so it was great to have. We had a few beers, I can tell you that, after the game.
Yeah, because you helped each other out a lot. I mean, he was at the peak of his game as well when you were there. It was brilliant, eh?
Yeah.
Can you remember the story about him when it was a football phone-in and somebody says he's Finnish? He says he's not Finnish. He says he's only 28-year-old. He still gets talked about. Yeah, it was one of those viral moments. Eh?
Yeah, he told me about that one. I haven't seen it, but Antti, I think they did a commercial not long ago about it.
Yeah, I'm sure they were talking about it. Yeah, there was a mention there. He came up to Scotland there. I'm sure I can't remember if he came from Scotland down to Southampton or vice versa.
He came from Hearts to Southampton.
Yeah, that's right, because I was kicking about. Great goalkeeper. Yeah. So who would you put a right back then? Dodgy.
Right back. I have to say Dodgy. I'm going to pick a lot of Southampton player because that was the best time. And Dodgy right back, and Klaus has to be my partnership in the middle because he helped me a lot, and we have a good partnership with his quality and my quality as well. And left back, I played when Franny was playing right back. He played a little bit my first season, I remember. I think mostly right back, I think, but. left back is tricky. I would like to put Franny, but he can play anywhere. Great guy, fantastic man.
Yeah.
But Wayne Bridge played when I came, and he the quality he had that season. Obviously, he moved to Chelsea the season after. But well, Bridge. Then there's so many. Gareth Bale when he came through.
Another one.
Yeah. What a left back.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Even you look at the players that you've mentioned already. So into midfield then, who are we going?
Midfield, if we start from, if we play 4-4-2, Anders, he didn't play that much, but when he played, he was fantastic. Anders and Oaksey, Matty Oakley, central.
Of course.
Then you have the mix of physical players around them, and then you have the creative, skillful players with Anders and Oaksey, because Oaksey was fantastic, and Anders obviously when his form when he came back from the World Cup and after. So
he's in a few of my guest teams. Southampton players have put him in there, and they says, "Don't forget him." This is because he seems to go under the radar a wee bit.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why, but and then I'm talking about a lot about characters, and Massa was Chris Marston was he was a very important player as well, to make sure we always high standards in training, high standards in whatever you do, and he was also not the most physical player, but he was very, very good when he's playing on the left. I don't want to miss out on someone.
Regardless of your team, somebody's going to see this and message you, how was I not in your team? What happened to their relationship? You want one.
I do. We then on the right, I haven't got a right midfield players. I had Fabrice Fernandes, who was playing the French player. He was good as well that season. I have to say him. Or Joe Tessem. Joe played. You can play Joe anywhere, and because I'm going to name all the Scandinavians because I'm still speaking to them. So
keep yourself right.
Anyone. No, but Joe was. You can play him anywhere. He was very. You can play centre back. You can play central midfield, forward, on the right. He was very physical as well, and. I think if you put him in the team today, he will perform.
Yeah. Brilliant.
So, and then up front, it's Beats and Brett. So, no question about that. And Kevin Davis was very important as well. He scored some vital goals for us. I think he scored the one that we went through against. We beat Millwall to go to the semi-final.
Yeah.
He scored. I think it was extra time or something like that to make sure we went to the quarterfinal or the semi-final.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant.
Maybe.
When you look back, I mean, you look at some of those players and that, and it's brilliant. It makes you appreciate. You got a wee message just before we go, just for the Southampton fans. Then I don't know if you get back much. Or...
No, I've been actually this year. I've been over 2 times. So watch the last game against Arsenal last season, and then me and my son went over for the Pompey game. So.
Brilliant.
Yeah, unfortunately the score was.
I know the score was not brilliant, unfortunately.
Yeah, but the atmosphere is something special.
Yeah,
so
takes you right back.
No, but the support, I can't thank them enough because especially when I was out for injury so long, the support from them, and also when in and around the stadium, they always looked after me and asked me how I was, and that means a lot. And even if I didn't play that many games, I feel very welcome to Southampton and the supporters. So that's very, very grateful for that.
Yeah, it's something that I always try and mention to the ex-players and that. So one thing that fans will buy into the most is if you make the effort and you give 100%, and we can't ask for more than that. You will get injured. Different things might stop you playing, but when you do play it, if we're seeing you're giving your all, that's all we ask you.
Yeah, that's. can't understand why players don't do that today.
Nah, change times, change times.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Michael, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Right, and I'll
Thank you, Barry.